Disrespectfully, I don't give a crap that you can't afford groceries when you have the new iPhone and a Coach bag on your shoulder.
It is now day one of No Spend November. For the whole month of November, I ain't spending shit.
So, Americans are finally starting to spend less, and not necessarily because they suddenly became better at saving money. After dealing with higher grocery bills, expensive housing, car payments, insurance, utilities, and everyday necessities, many people are becoming much more careful about where their money goes. For a long time, consumers kept spending as prices climbed. They used credit cards, payment plans, savings, and other ways to keep up. But eventually, there come a point where people start asking, do I really need this? Let me know what you think down below in the comments.
If it ain't rent, gas, groceries, or bills, it ain't happening in November.
The easiest way for me to have a no spend day, and I have a lot of no spend days, is go to work, okay? Bring your lunch and then go home. Get ready, come to work, spend, my 9 hours at work, go home, go to the gym free. Well, pass, and then go home. I spend no money because I eat what I buy at home.
It seems like the only way to get ahead in this economy is just to give up on everything. Do your job, then go home and don't do anything. Don't have friends. Don't go out with your friends. If you have family that live in another city or province or state, don't travel to go see them. Just give up on seeing your family. If you want to enjoy your life, just give up on enjoying your life. Don't go out. Don't go to the movies. Don't do anything. Cut your streaming services. Just cut everything. Do your job, go home, and then sit like a potato, cook your food, and then that's it. That's the only way you can save money. If you really want to save money in this economy, just move out of your apartment. Just move into a shelter, do your job, and then save up enough money until you can get an apartment again.
I think my frontal lobe finally developed because I realized this week that there are some things I just will no longer spend my money on. And I can say this because I'm 32 years old and I feel like I spent a lot of my 20s making not the best financial decisions. And I'm not saying anything huge. I didn't do anything crazy, but looking back, it was money that I just don't think was well spent. So I'm going to tell you guys what I think those things are. Number one, fast fashion. Okay. You will no longer catch me shopping at Forever 21, Shein, Zaffle, whatever those websites are anymore. I do think that I was a victim to Shein, especially in my late 20s, and I just will no longer purchase clothes from them or any kind of fast fashion because I always end up getting rid of it and the quality is just so poor.
Okay, I need to know if you guys think about how much other people spend. Like how much money people spend on just like car payments and daycare and eating out, like people that go get their lunch out every single day at work. It's like, I'd say a second Roman Empire of mine, thinking about how much money people spend, especially on like stupid shit like hair extensions or lifted trucks or like just shit that I think is stupid.
Please stop spending money. Don't spend another brown penny in this country. That is going to be our revolution and our biggest protest. Our best protest is to stop spending money. If you don't need it, don't buy it. You have clothes in your closets. You do not need a new bag. You do not need some new shoes. You got panties, you got socks, you got undershirts, you got mascara, you have makeup, you got all the hair care products that you need, you got bras, whatever, you got it. You do not need to spend any money. The only way we're going to get these people attention and start making some real progress and start getting some things done, start rectifying some of this mess, is to stop spending money. The only thing they care about is money. Have y'all not realized it? They don't care about human rights. They don't care about kids. They don't care about the economy. The only thing they care about is the money coming into their bank accounts. As long as their bank accounts continue to go up, that is all they care about. We have to stop spending money.
Okay, let's talk about something real quick. I've been doing deliveries for years. Now, I know the end of September or middle of September till about the middle of October it slows down. But bruh, you can get mad about me saying this stuff about the company. This it done slowed the fuck down. Like, it's slowing super down. Like, I've never seen it like this. I'm almost like a veteran at this stuff, and people are not spending money. Okay, it's bruh, I'm going by the churches and it's Sunday and ain't nobody in there. Ain't got nothing to do with no football season. Bruh, I've been doing this for years, and I'm telling you, people are tightening up on their money, man. I'm like, ooh, I'm just telling you, spend your money smartly. If you haven't been doing it, please do it now. Go to some of the places where you can save money. If you don't need it, don't fucking get it.
Where are we reducing our spending? Because everything's up. Gas is up. Groceries are high. Everything. And we're saying we're getting more intentional about our spending. For me, it's going to be eating out. I'm only eating out once a week because it adds up fast. So what are you reducing? Are you eating out less? Are you cutting back on subscriptions, shopping less, traveling less, being more intentional about those online purchases? Are you skipping those little inconvenient purchases that could add up? What spending habits are you tightening up on right now?
One of the biggest money wasters ever is food. Just stop and think about how much money you spend on food. Groceries are high, gas is high, Food is up. I don't know what I saw on the news the other day. One report says 28% since 2020 and another says like 40%. I don't know which is true, but we all know it's up. That is one of your biggest budget busters. So to combat that, you're going to meal plan. You're going to meal plan and find some meals that don't cost an arm and a leg. You're going to find some basic things. You're going to have a meat, a vegetable, a carb, and you're going to call it good. You're going to shop your pantry, your freezer, your refrigerator, and you're not going to buy anything at the store that you don't need because we're not going to waste money right now. We don't have the money to waste. Then we're going to pack lunches. We're going to plan ahead for our meals. We're going to take our water bottles with us when we leave the house. We're going to put snacks in our purses. We are going to make sure that we are not spending any more money on food than we already have to. And we already know just freaking how expensive it is right now. Plan ahead, pack snacks, pack your lunch, meal plan. Meals don't have to be elaborate. Those things right there will save you so much money and you will no longer be wasting as much money on food.
The longer you can go without shopping or eating out, the easier it gets because there's like an impulse to it. Like you do it and it's almost like a habit. But if you discipline yourself, it gets easier every time you get that urge to want to do it. And I noticed this because like when I was trying not to eat out and I was like just eating out twice a week, 3 times a week, like it was hard for me to want to fight off those cravings. But when I just went cold turkey and I'm like, oh no, I'm not eating fast food at all, or I'm not shopping at all. Every time I want to buy something, I just add it to my cart and come back later. It got easier and easier for me to keep pushing it out and keep pushing it out. And I think a lot of it is like, it's like marketing. Like they try to market products in a way that's almost becomes an addiction to us. And the same thing with the food. Like the food is highly addictive. Like the more you eat it, the more it's on your mind. But like if you could push it back somewhere far in your mind to where it's out of sight, out of mind, then it's a lot easier to fight off those urges to want to eat out and want to go shopping. Or at least that's what I noticed. And it really helps because I mean, I save a lot of money. I don't count calories, but I imagine I save a lot of calories. You know, there's a big difference between getting like fries that are deep fried that you got through the drive-through and making fries at home. You know, like calorically wise, it's probably better for you to just eat them at home, cut up the potatoes and then make it in the air fryer, the oven, or whatever you want to use. You'll have fiber and then you'll have less fat in it. And then shopping, when you're not shopping as much, you're not spending all your hard-earned cash on like stuff you probably don't even need.
My wife and I are doing No Spend August. We generally do this 1 month out of the year. This year we did January, and now we're doing it again in August. Basically what it means is we pay our essential bills. Obviously we have groceries and gas and whatnot. We cut out dining out, impulse shopping, buying coffees out, anything extracurricular. Worked really well for us in the past. It's a nice little reset. It also makes us super conscious of where we spend our money and what we spend it on. Do you guys ever do no spend months? If so, what's the hardest thing for you to cut out? For me, it's not buying more running sneakers.
Okay, I had a thought about buying new things, consuming things. People have been asking me, how do you make it so that you stop buying so much stuff? You stop bringing in so much stuff so that you're not having to do this every 6 months to a year. And while going through my things and minimizing and all of that is still part of my life, I'm not doing big purchases anymore. Like I am very content with how much stuff I have. Occasionally here and there I need to get rid of things, but for the most part I'm happy. Like I am so good. I feel very, very stable with like the rhythm and the amount of things that we have. But here's what I will say. It matters a lot how much you're bringing in. If you keep buying stuff every single day, you're going to be on a constant hamster wheel. Round and round you go.
I'm trying to make 4 out of 7 days of the week no spend days. And for me, this means that I do not swipe my card, I do not tap my phone, I do not place an order, none of that. So for any bill that is already automated to come out on set day, that's fine. But I'm not doing any additional spending outside what has already been set up, what has already been automated. And I'm shooting for 4 out of 7 days of the week, no spend. Because I realized something. Every time I walk out of the house, there's $100 leaving my account. Coffee, food, lunch, groceries, coffee, random treat yourself moments. Let's pop into the bookstore. Every time I leave the house, I just want to spend money. And no spend days are forcing me to slow down.
Let's just normalize not having to spend money every single day because you really don't need to. I know there's this old saying that it costs money just to walk outside. Do me a favor. Go outside your front door right now and let me know if you get a notification on your debit card. I'll wait. No notification, right? So it doesn't cost money to go outside. Let's just be honest. But it's not easy. You actually have to work at not having to spend money every single day. Whether that's grocery shopping for the entire week, paying all your bills on time, filling up the gas in your car once a week, eliminate your driving everywhere to where you constantly have to put 10 here, 10 here, 10 here in gas. Stop all that. When you pay things in full, you don't have to keep spending money every single day. Let's stop and normalize. We can go 3, 4, 5 days without having to spend $1. Everything that we have is at home.
At this point, we've cut everything. We've cut out, we've cut back, we've cut down, we've cut loose, we've cut up. What else are you all cutting? Next thing I could think of is we're cutting the air conditioning down and our oxygen off. Like, I don't know what else. And people keep saying, cut your expenses. Okay, done. Some of us have already cut subscriptions. We've cut eating out, random shopping. We've cut all the extras, and it still isn't enough. Eventually, the conversation has to stop being around cutting and being around earning. Because you can only cut once, but income has to grow. And sometimes it's not about finding the extra $20. It's about finding a way to make another $500,000 or $2,000, right? A promotion, a job, a new business, a side hustle. Because once you've squeezed everything out that you can, something else has to change.
On a debit card, I've never owned one. I've never allowed my 3 sons to possess one. Certainly and truly the worst financial tool ever given to the American consumer. So a long time ago, I asked myself a simple question: how would I remove 99.9% of my personal liability? So I use the safest form of payment that exists on the face of the earth, and that is a credit card. Not debit credit, but credit card. Every day of my life, I spend their money. I don't spend my money. And every day I use my card, and then if I pay the bill in full or part of the bill, my credit score goes up. So I'm building credit while I'm using that credit card. If tomorrow someone gets my card number and charges $1 million on my credit card by federal law, my liability is zero. I have no liability.
Really want to save money, you're gonna have to stay home. Like you just have to stay home. And I don't say that in like a so sad you have to stay home way. I say that in a you get to stay home. Whether you rent, whether you have a house, whether you have a whole homestead, whether you live with friends, like wherever you live, you get to stay home. And when you stay home, you don't spend money. And another thing you need to do, just like a little sidebar in here, don't get sucked into your phone. Like, yes, you're on it right now, and I get that, but when you see that people are trying to sell you stuff that you didn't even know existed and you're finding yourself like clicking to see, no, stop. Stay home. Stay content. That's all you got to do. That alone is like monumental in saving money. If you just go to work, come home, make some food, watch TV, read a book, go to bed. Just stay home.
So I decided I'm not taking my old spending habits into 2026. So for the first quarter of the year, I'm doing a no-buy challenge. This is not going to be a buy less challenge, like literally a no-buy challenge. So the first rule that I'm going to go by is random online shopping. I'm not going to do it anymore. If I see something and it's not fixing like a real problem in my life, I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to walk away and I'm going to give myself some time. And you know how it is, once that impulse wears off, then the desire goes too. So the second thing I'm cutting back on is clothes. And this isn't because I don't like clothes, but this is because I already own enough. I don't need to spend money every time I want to just keep up with the Joneses and do a different trend and feel updated, right? If I really want something, I'm going to find it secondhand, or I'm just going to wear what I got. And the biggest money leak for me has always been convenience shopping, paying extra because I don't feel like cooking or because I'm just grabbing something fast. It feels easier in that moment. Most of that spending isn't planned. So I'm going to cut that out. It's emotional. It's emotional spending. So for 2026, I'm choosing intention over impulse, because every time I do a no-buy period, I've done this before, I realize just how fast money gets away and how it starts behaving differently when you tell it where to go. So if you're like me and one of your goals this year is to stop wondering where your money goes and start telling it where to go, follow along and try it with me. All right.
I want to know your thoughts. Have you cut back on shopping, eating out, groceries, or anything else lately? What are you refusing to spend your money on anymore? Drop it in the comments. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.